Well, people, it looks like the September Nintendo Direct leaks are out in full force, all thanks to our little friend Pyoro here. Let's get into it. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is baaaaack Games. Of course, a quick apology if I sound a little weird. I'm still fighting the old PAX Pox here. Of course, I was at PAX West 2023, and yeah, I definitely got the convention ick. So, still fighting that. I apologize if I sound weird. Still a lot of videos I want to make regarding that. I played Mario Wonder. I have a lot of stuff I need to show off in a pickups video. So, stay tuned for all that once I feel a little bit better. But I had to get on here to talk about all of these recent Nintendo Direct leaks and rumors because it's really heating up. So if you're new here and you like Nintendo thoughts, discussions, reviews, theories, all of that stuff, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Like the video, all that fun stuff. If you don't want to hear any potential spoilers for this upcoming Nintendo Direct, click off the video now. That is your final warning, and let's get into it. So if you're new here, Pyoro is a Twitter account that popped up late last year, and they started out leaking a lot of like Sega stuff, you know, Yakuza, and looks like they leaked a Civilization mobile game, and just random stuff. And then, in February, we had their first Nintendo Direct leak where they leaked the new Samba de Amigo game, once again another Sega game, but still, that was a Sega game that they leaked. And then when they started to gain a little bit more notoriety was when they leaked Everybody Want to Switch at the end of May. They said that would be announced this week, and then lo and behold, it was. But then when they really kind of started blowing up in popularity in terms of people knowing who they are and listening to what they're saying was with the June Nintendo Direct. This account, somehow, we don't know what their source is. A lot of people think maybe they have some sort of access to the back end of YouTube, although that wouldn't make sense because of Everybody Want to Switch being revealed on Twitter and not YouTube. But either way, we don't know how they get their sources or how they get their leaks. They leaked basically every first-party announcement from the June Direct. They leaked Mario Wonder. They leaked Mario RPG. As you can see, they tweeted out the big Yoshi from Mario RPG. They leaked Pikmin 1 and 2 HD, and they even leaked some third-party stuff like Metal Gear Solid Collection. Here's Detective Pikachu Returns. So they completely blew the lid off of the June Direct. There's a couple things they didn't talk about. They didn't talk about the Peach game, WarioWare, or Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but for the most part, they nailed that Nintendo Direct. So it kind of goes without saying that this person knows what they're talking about. Once again, we don't know what their source is, but they clearly have some sort of source. So while yes, you should still take everything we're about to discuss with a grain of salt, maybe their source, you know, dried up and they have wrong information now, whatever it may be, you should always take rumors like this with a grain of salt. However, I think it's pretty easy to kind of just get into that sense of comfort with this guy and just assume these are real leaks. And of course, the way he tweets them out, you can kind of interpret them how you want. So we have two major leaks from Pyoro today that I want to talk about and just kind of talk about the fact that this Direct is leaking because I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get into it. And actually, real quick, right before we get into that, I do want to say, I have not made a video on this whole Eurogamer Gamescom Switch report yet. I want to do that. Like I said, I'm still sick. But Pyoro also reposted that, which I think adds an insurmountable amount of validity to those reports. So I will definitely make a video on that. Maybe we'll have some more details by the time I feel better. But yeah, Switch 2 also. There's a lot happening right now in the Nintendo sphere. But yeah, about 6 hours ago at the time of recording, Pyoro tweeted, "Get ready," and then he said, "Mute this account if you don't want to get spoiled. The first one will drop in 30 minutes." And by the time this is up, there might already be more spoilers. I mean, I don't know how far Pyoro is planning on going. I don't know at what length. I don't know how far this person's going to go until they get caught by the Nintendo ninjas, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing Pyoro tweeted was, "Let's just say fans of a certain MATLAB function will be happy with the upcoming Direct." Now, listen, I'm not no math whiz, but people quickly figured out that that is F-Zero, and Pyoro actually went ahead and liked this tweet. It should just pop up here. So, listen, I mean, F-Zero has been heavily rumored. Like, this is something that people have just assumed is happening, be it F-Zero GX, be it a new F-Zero game. I think this rumor started at the beginning of the year, so a new F-Zero game, honestly not the most shocking thing, to be honest. So it's still very exciting, and it's still one of those things like, oh man, that's a Nintendo fan's dream announcement. You know, I mean, F-Zero has been dormant for 25, almost 30 years, right? So to get a new F-Zero game, or even just say a remaster or port of GX from the GameCube is very exciting. Now, a lot of people raise the question of, well, will this just be, you know, Maximum Velocity coming to Switch Online or GP Legend? Pyoro actually came out and just kind of deconfirmed that. He said, no, it will come to NSO, but I'm not teasing it. And then Mr. Andy Pokey Sauce here said, as in the F-Zero thing will come to NSO or a different thing you're not teasing here. This person replied, it's something different. This GBA F-Zero has been confirmed for a long time. And Puro actually liked that tweet. Now, Puro didn't outright say that it's going to be F-Zero GX, but I think that's the safest assumption. What kind of form that takes will be exciting to see. Will it be a straightforward Pikmin 1 and 2 style emulation, or will it be a proper, full retail release with, online play added and all that? I really hope there's online play. I feel like you have to do that for this game at the bare minimum. So that's really exciting. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a huge F-Zero fan simply because I haven't really played that much of it. I played it on SNES and that's about it. I never played GX, I never played F-Zero X. So very excited for F-Zero fans. Definitely a niche get in the later years of the Switch's life cycle here. So that's a huge one. That's definitely going to be in this Direct. Once again, I shouldn't say definitely. Grain of salt and all, but I'm assuming it'll be here. And then we have just one more leak from Puro as of right now. Once again, I'm recording this pretty early in the morning, but it's just a GIF. All they tweeted out was a GIF of Donkey Kong. So if you follow the Nintendo leak space, you know that Donkey Kong, a new Donkey Kong game, has been rumored for I want to say almost 2 years now, at least a year and a half, from EPD Tokyo, the team that makes 3D Mario. I never really jumped onto those rumors. I mean, a new Donkey Kong game, that makes a lot of sense with the movie, and they're adding the Donkey Kong expansion to Super Nintendo World, but a new Donkey Kong game specifically from the team that makes 3D Mario always sounded a little weird to me, although I guess people have kind of figured it out based on job listings and all that, that maybe EPD Tokyo is kind of split into two teams, one working on a 3D Mario game, and then the other working on this rumored 2D Donkey Kong game. So really exciting. I don't know what the kind of shape this will take. Will it be a Donkey Kong Country game? I kind of lean towards not. I know Retro didn't make Donkey Kong Country, but I feel like that name is so ingrained with that studio now that it'd be weird if another team took it over in this modern era with 3D models and stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. So I feel like it might be something new, just something, not like Jungle Beat, but just a new take on a 2D Donkey Kong game, which could be really exciting. And I think this could be a nice, honestly, I mean, this could be later next year if this is announced here. I mean, usually in the September Direct, we get one game, I would say, that kind of comes out in the second half of the year. Last year was Pikmin 4. So I could see this being a September game next year, If the Switch 2 is coming out next holiday, so November, I'm still not fully on board with that, but if it is coming out next year, this could be our kind of major final swan song in terms of a major Nintendo IP coming to the original Switch, and that's really exciting. Now, there are other options here. Puro didn't outright say what this is. They just tweeted out this GIF of DK from the movie, and everyone's just jumping on board saying, oh, Donkey Kong game confirmed because it has been rumored for so long. It doesn't necessarily have to be that 2D Donkey Kong game, though. This could easily end up being maybe a Returns HD. This could be a Mario versus Donkey Kong game. I mean, there are other options. It just seems like the most likely option is that 2D Donkey Kong game from EPD Tokyo because it has been rumored for so long. And that's actually it as of the time of recording from Puro on Twitter here. There will probably be more leaks from this account. So if you love following leaks like I do, make sure you go follow Puro_X on Twitter. It's a lot of fun seeing stuff like this. It is a little anticlimactic. I think Puro is definitely going down as one of the most accurate leakers in the Nintendo community of all time until inevitably something happens and they break that streak. So on the one hand, they're kind of taking the wind out of the sails with the announcements. As someone who follows Nintendo so closely and has done so for the better part of a decade now, it's really interesting to see someone like this pop up and just clearly have the know of what's going on at Nintendo. So very exciting stuff. There should be more leaks today. And yeah, there have been a couple other things I saw people talking about. Not Puro, so these ones take with a huge grain of salt. But I saw a couple people talking about maybe a new, smaller scale Kirby game, like a Rainbow Curse style Kirby game. I think that makes a lot of sense. Even if it's an eShop title, I could see that for sure happening. We usually get a lot of Kirby games in the second half or the later years of a Nintendo console, at least with even 3DS, but even Wii really with Epic Yarn and Return to Dreamland. We got both of those in the final year of the Wii's life cycle with the Anniversary Collection as well, actually. So yeah, we'll probably get another Kirby game. I feel like that's not impossible. And another big question mark for me is Fire Emblem 4. Are we still going to get that this year or in this Nintendo Direct and maybe announced for January? Or could that be a game we see get announced in the February Direct and maybe release in I don't know, May or June? I mean, they don't have to have a super long announcement to release timing for a game like that. Now, one other thing Puro did tweet out, and this isn't a new game being leaked here, but they actually did tweet out that the Peach game will be in this Nintendo Direct. Not that anybody, I think, shouldn't have expected that. No context, Super Mario said, Mr. Pyoro, please, will we get more news on the Peach game? Pyoro just said, yeah. I don't think that's that surprising. I saw some people being like, oh my god, they're going to show Peach. Yeah, and of course they're going to show Peach. It's one of the 5 games announced. Of course this Peach game's going to be there. Probably get a title. Maybe not a release date, but definitely a title. And a reveal of what that new gameplay gimmick is. And the final game, of course, the big one, the big dog, Metroid Prime 4. This one I'm still 50-50 on. I feel like I'm always 50-50 on this one. But Metroid Prime 4, I feel like there's a good chance. So we'll see. Of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think of these leaks from Pyoro? Do you think they're real? I mean, unless Pyoro has a new source that they didn't have in June, it's pretty safe to say that everything covered in this video is real. Everything Pyoro tweets is fact, it's law. Of course, take it with a grain of salt, but also, this dude has not missed. So, we'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you annoyed that stuff like this is happening, that we're just getting these text leaks for these directs, or are you kind of more like me, and while yes, I'm a little disappointed that we're getting these leaks like this, it's still exciting as a Nintendo fan just to see something like this happen, especially as we head into the new Switch 2 era. If this person stays around, oh my goodness, the leaks are going to be crazy over the next year or two, so it's a very exciting time to be a Nintendo fan. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and of course, subscribe here for more Nintendo news, coverage, thoughts, reviews, all that fun stuff, and until next time, folks, peace.